Streaming. Good. Alright. Should be good. Yes, I'm streaming early now because I realize I'm going to be up till 6 a.m. Yeah! Great schedule, guys. Great schedule. Nah, this shit, bruh. It hasn't even been 24 hours since I last streamed. But it's a new day, so for me anyway, it's a new day. So I have to stream. Because I'm still awake, Klein. I'm still awake. And I won't be able to stream until like 4 p.m. or something. Because I know I'm going to be up to like 6 a.m., which is in 3 hours. So why not just stream? And then, you know, I streamed and I can sleep. And then we can do this tomorrow. Where I stream at 3 a.m. again. Because my sleep schedule is kind of fucked up. I have to plan around my sleep schedule. It's just random. Well, yeah. But for me it's 3. So it's really early in the morning. Usually I stream at like 6 a.m. But that would be the time that I would be going to bed. In terms of you know, today. And then I would probably be streaming at like what, like 11, 12 for you? Like 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Which, I mean, by that time you'll be asleep. And most of the people who watch my stream will be asleep. Which that's not great. I want to be able to talk to you guys. You know? And since, for the most part, my schedule is random, like sometimes I'll sleep early, and sometimes I will be up late like this time, I have to plan around that. I have to plan my streams around that. So it's either I stream at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever. And then I go for 3 hours, and then, or longer, depending on how much I want to go for.
Let's do this.
Cause you know, it's fun talking to you guys. I'm having fun doing this stuff. And I'm mainly thinking, right? Here's what I'm thinking, okay? So I know that in order for me to even get any traction on, say, YouTube or Shorts, for example, or TikTok, I have to start making like clips and like, you know, farming engagement and whatnot to get people to watch, right? What's up? And so I'm gonna have to
appreciate the genuine response. Thank you, Kale.
What?
Shut up.
Yeah, fuck you, nigger.
Oh, hell nah. This lobby's gonna be fun.
Yep, dude.
Shutting them down.
Okay. But no, yeah. So, in order to get more people... Free ramp.
Grenade!
One enemy remaining.
Here. Satchel out.
And like there's clips like that shotgun bug that I had before where the shotgun was spinning. you know, where it was spinning round and round. That one got me a lot of views. It gave me like what, 500 people? But it didn't give me people who will come back and watch. Right? Same with the one that where I got an ace clutch for Cypher. It gave me 1,000 views that time, but there was no one that, you know, would come back and watch.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
And yes, there's going to be a lot of people who are busy that can't watch long form stuff.
Oh, sorry.
And there are going to be people who can, you know, spare some time either doom scrolling on shorts or whatnot. But
Oh, stick drift. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, stick drift. Oh my god.
dick drift, what?
Stick drift. Yeah,
Ooh,
right
this
now
is
I'm
on
not moving, but
computer.
yes, I've now put it on controller right now.
You
can play with
you
the controller
can't.
on your computer.
What? You can't even crossplay, bro.
But I plugged the controller. I'm on Cronus right now. Cronus Zim.
You like mod your Valorant? What the fuck is this shit, bro?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Hell nah.
Suppressing.
I didn't mind so raising was good. But you could also do the controller.
Oh my god, all four of them right here. KO, you're fucked if you peek. Yeah.
Spike planted.
Oh hell nah. You should have shot them.
Grenade!
Get the shit out of me.
Watch your eyes.
But no, yeah.
Got one.
People are busy, right?
Watch your eyes.
Like it's understandable that people aren't gonna have time to spare for, you know, my content or whatever.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Oh my god. Good shit. So good.
Because it's just mostly me yapping to myself, right? Like, there's an occasional, like, when you guys join and I'm able to talk to people and chat with you guys, and that's fun. But most of the time, it's just either me being quiet or me just yapping to myself,
Wait, Phoenix, whenever it goes for your spectrum,
right? And so,
Weren't you the one saying the nig word?
what do you mean by the nig word?
I was letting them talk. I was trying to listen. But no, yeah, there's stuff like that where
Knife deployed. Force
oh, they're
suppressed.
pushing A.
Close, he's close.
I missed.
Alright.
I missed. I fucking lag. What the hell is that?
Hold on.
I have like ping lag? What happened? Why did I lag like that?
Spike planted.
Oh my.
I heard your mouse.
Enemy down.
Last player
I
standing.
heard bro's mouse.
What the? How did I get flashed?
Wait, that was good.
I heard his mouse. But no, yeah. So, there's those. And so there's not a lot of stuff I can really clip in terms of like gameplay or whatever. Only really stuff that intrigues people, like a bug or maybe a play that happens. You know.
One tap.
Suppressing. One suppressed.
Little
Oh
things
my
like
god,
that.
Fucking lit my head off. It hurts, heal me. Please don't die. Alright.
Good job. Oh, I'm dead. You're dead.
Alright. So why did we get ourselves?
Spike planted.
Why did we rotate slow? What's happening, bro? They got fucking ult and shit. They both have ult. And they're playing like that. Really?
Come on, let's go.
And he's gonna waste it here. Dead. Knew it.
Last player
So
standing.
lost. But no, yeah. If I want to do this, right, I'm gonna either have to section my streams to, like, certain games. So, say, like, example here. I'm gonna just say an example, right? I'm gonna have to get, like, Adobe, you know, I think it's Photoshop? Adobe Photoshop, or whatever the video editor is, right? And I'm gonna have to edit, like, the stream into certain sections depending on what game I play.
Spike down A.
Should I just wait?
One enemy remaining.
Ah,
They
I
were
did it.
not
Never
good
mind.
enough.
I don't know why Chloe just peeked. Just fell. So, like, example, my video that I did yesterday where it was Valorant and Helldivers, right?
Never effect though.
Like, if I want to get more, like, viewer retention and stuff, I'd have to, like, cut those out and then somewhat edit the more boring parts. Which, in that game, there's not really many boring parts.
One suppressed.
Oh yeah!
Oh, there's one in heaven. Careful, Raze. They walled you off. Then he killed you.
Fucked.
Last
Like,
player
most of
standing.
the things
How does
I've
he shoot
done,
quicker than me?
he just headshotted you. That's a skill death.
Target down.
Spike planted.
Wait, Raze thought that was like.
Oh.
But no, yeah. So that would mostly be
Triple
an issue
baby.
where I have to edit and learn how to use an editor like Adobe or, you
Crash
know,
isn't done with
those
you.
ones. He's dead.
Heaven.
Then learn how to make it, like, visually appealing in terms, like, I'll also probably have to do some voiceovers, but I don't know how to start with that. So I guess I will just gradually add it in, like, over time, depending on what sections I feel are dry. And what if I need to cut them out. But it's all about, like, the learning process, you know?
Shutting them down. Suppressed.
Gotcha! My turn.
Repairing.
Hell no. Why is there still one person up there?
Oh my god. I don't have a guy.
They're planting.
Oh my god, I need that game.
Spike planted.
See a crazy play.
Shadows.
One enemy remaining.
Oh damn.
Oh, yeah.
Euro Truck Simulator 2? I mean, if I wanted to play Euro Truck Simulator, the most why it's funny for the most part, for, like, well, for some shorts, like, example, like when Schlatt was drunk driving, or I think a lot of people did drinking and driving on that game. No? Like, I know Schlatt did it.
Phoenix saw
There's a few others. But it's mostly more fun with, like, a wheel. Like, when you have one of those, like, wheel rigs for, like, car games.
Suppressing.
Tap.
4 suppressed. Flash.
Oh, I got
player
body
standing.
blocked.
Blinding.
What the?
Spike down A.
Oh, hell no. But no, yeah, I would play that game for, like, you know, the funds. But I would need, like, a wheel, a stick shift, and, like, the pedal things that I would have to get
You will not
to make
kill
it,
my
like,
allies.
fun. You crash out when you run over an NPC. Because, you know, it feels weird whenever you play a, like, driving game,
30 seconds left.
and then you're just pressing W, A, S, and D. Like, you're not spinning a wheel or doing any of that. You just use W, A, S, and D to move. Like,
Spike planted.
bruh. It just feels weird,
Why?
you know? Yeah, I know. It's the wheel made by Logitech. So that's what I'm trying to get
Controller, by the way.
for car games like Forza Horizon 5 and a few others.
You gotta die here.
But I need to find, like, the wheel. I know Logitech makes I'm not talking not the wheel, the clutch, the transmission looking thing, where it's the, you know, the knob that goes back from drive to reverse and goes into, like, 6th gear and whatever the hell it is.
I'm gonna peek
I'm
this
not
over here.
I don't really know cars that much. I'm not a big car fan. KO save, bruh. So I'm not too big on, like, the parts that make a car. Yeah. Okay, dude. They tricked me. They tricked him.
Last player standing.
Tricked you.
Spike planted.
Almost got you. I need to do that. Not 75? Oh, 70? I mean, that's a lot cheaper than before. At least it's a lot cheaper, you know? And then you gotta get, like, the pedal stuff.
Shutting them down.
Raises in. They're all in. Watch out. CT.
Grenade.
Spike planted.
Lit.
No one walks away. Flash.
Bomb buddy out.
Flash, baby.
Are you flash?
Western manual
Got him.
reset.
Healing.
One
There
enemy
you go,
remaining.
way, bro.
Nice.
Well, yeah, I could buy everything second hand, but then it's already used, and there could also be like issues with them as well. Because why would someone sell something, unless they're not going to use it again, but why would someone sell something that's in perfectly good condition for, like, you know, them to play the driving games, when they could hand it off to, like, say, their son or their daughter, or they can just use it for themselves on their own, you know, gaming setup when they make one.
Bye.
So,
Suppressing. 3 suppressed.
well, true, but it's gonna be less than what they would get, and plus, if their son wants one, then they're just gonna have to buy it again.
120.
That scares me.
There, yep. A lot here. I'm fucked.
Well, it depends if it's a need, right? If it's a
Last
need,
player
then they
standing.
want the
Team
cash for bills or some other stuff. But if they want
Last round
cash,
before the switch.
then it's more or less than, like, they want.
Sorry, guys. Phoenix.
Fire in the hole!
Oh, I'm cooked.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Knife deployed. 1 suppressed.
I'm fucked. 2 inside. Think Echo is in? Maybe I'm not. I know my
Last
body.
player standing.
Blow you can.
One enemy remaining.
Unlucky.
You will not kill my allies!
Switching
But it's a
sides.
difference of that, and then it's like, if they spent more on it, they could get more use of it. Because, you know, if they're selling it for, say, like, the regular asking price of the, you know, of the thing is around, what, $70, they would get, like, 20 bucks or $25 off of it, because, you know, it's used.
Here, knife here.
Don't worry, I got it.
Phoenix, but- Yeah. I know you got it.
This
Knife
makes no sense.
deployed. Cover going out. Flash.
Healing you.
Fine. Fine, safe.
Wall break.
Right.
Sage is up here. It goes.
Okay, no one's watching. Just stay here. Stay safe.
Shut down. Flashbang.
One
Hit
enemy
them for
remaining.
52.
That's not fine.
Easy.
And also, like, you spent $70 on this thing, right? Now, if you need the cash for, say, a new setup or a new part, then that's completely understandable. Or you need to pay, like, the electric bill. and you don't have enough money.
Wait, play quiet, please.
Or like groceries, you know? Or say it's your mom that's selling it. Or your girlfriend saying that they need it for like the engagement ceremony or
Wait, I'm just gonna check if they want it.
whatever.
Shutting them down.
I fucked it up. There's one on B, jump peeking. But if it's...
I dinked him. I dinked the raisin. Top mid.
Wait, slowly.
Oh, hell not.
Spike down B.
We got baited by that shit.
Sorry, bro.
No, he was fucking flying.
Last player standing.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Oh shit.
Yo, just play safe, bro.
Alright, I'm reacting to the shit that's happening on my screen. I keep not finishing my sentence. God damn it.
Phoenix had all of it. If you just want to. Let's just wait for a lurk and then just rotate, bro.
Dumb little buffers.
Suppressing.
They like have zero info.
No one's playing back.
Slowly coming.
120, 120, 120. He has a pistol. Don't let him fucking.
They got a vandal now, bro. They walled you off.
Fucking shoot the wall.
He's already dead. He's 77.
Ah, this fucking judge user.
Going up.
Last player
They got
standing.
fucking coordination and shit, bro? What?
Okay, y'all need to rotate faster.
And
I am broke. I'll just smoke.
They own the spike. Give him the bomb.
but no, yeah, for me to do
Suppressing.
most of the stuff I want to. There's a wall there. I broke the wall.
Cancelled.
Oh!
They start making noise to rotate. I'm just gonna say no.
Shutting them down. One suppressed. Throwing charge.
Last player standing. Spike down B. 30 seconds left.
Flashbang.
1 HP stage. 1 HP right there.
What? I'm 1 HP though.
Yo, we're literally like falling for the same thing on B, bro. He's just standing there. You guys are getting screwed.
But no, yeah,
We just
I'm
focus
fucking
on-
spacing out because I'm trying to focus on the game and talking.
Rotate around, bro. You got time.
Let's see. Oh right.
Think about it, keep quick, you know.
For stuff like that, it would be more much better to either just save it for if you have another setup, because you might want to play those games
Back
again.
deployed.
Good.
I should
But or
push
Careful
mid.
now.
Let's push mid to B, you know.
Catch this.
got raised.
Wait, from where? I was smoking. I don't know where.
Slowly. He's clear. He's clear.
Right next to me.
Kevin. That most is on that.
Knife deployed.
Flashback side 3. Go push.
One
Oh, I
suppressed.
hit him.
3, 2, 1.
No one walks away.
Heaven.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Yeah. How do we lose that, bruh?
So you know.
That wall was kind of terrible. But no, yeah, that stuff with the equipment for the driving game, that's what I think would be much better than just selling it. Because if you give it to your son, right, or your daughter, if they're into the game, you can just,
Suppress it.
you know, play it whenever you want. You can
Smoke top mid.
chill out and just be like,
Push him,
hey,
push.
can I
It's the best player. God.
maybe... Bruh,
Hey, why are you in spawn?
I thought they were gonna lurk. Like
Waiting
that.
to kill. Flashbang.
He used vents with 30.
Watch on the left. Watch out behind you, Phoenix. Don't forget the fucking box. One was B heavy.
Shutting them down.
No longer there.
You just
know you
flash.
guys
You just flash and you.
They know you guys are B. They already know. Just go.
Watch your eyes. Flash.
What the fuck? That's Spike.
Heaven, 1-7. Both heaven, I think.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Alley. Nice.
There we go. But those are like the two options that would be more applicable for people who still have those things that they don't have a setup for, or that they might want kids later in life. You know? They can save those. Oh my god. They can save those items
Can someone come mid
and then use them for whatever they want. Whether it's to sell it for college or something else.
That's done.
Good shots. And I know I'm rambling about that way too much. Like a little too much.
Careful now.
If we can find Reyna, I think we just go opposite side. Push. I have one. Watch out for this angle.
You will not kill my allies.
Grenade out.
Fire in the hole.
Way to raise waste.
Spike down B.
Knife deployed. Two suppressed.
Last player standing.
I'm
Match
doing
point.
terribly. That's just my personal opinion on the matter. Like, yeah, there's people who are gonna sell because they want the money, not necessarily want the item.
Shutting them down.
Okay.
Spike down mid.
Are you kidding me?
Put down.
Hey, there's two on A, two on A. Push B, run B, two on B. There's two on A.
The one push
Going
thing.
up.
Cooling down. Grenade
See, one
out.
of you guys have to push CT and get a pick. Oh, no, never mind, too late.
Last player standing.
The hunt begins.
Defenders win.
I don't know. But, no, yeah. So, that's my personal opinion on that matter of, like, the driving gear and whatnot. Like, yeah, you can get it for cheaper, but most of the time, the reason you get it for cheaper is mainly because it's either broken or there's a defect on it that they don't want it anymore. Like, there's a chip in this area, or there's this in this area, or it's broken entirely and you don't really have a functioning, you know, shifter, or brake pedal won't go down all the way. Where it doesn't lay flat, you know. Something like that. Like, it's something that would mostly be broken, but you wouldn't really notice it. And I mean, once I get those, yes, driving games will be fun, but only driving games. So if I want to get that, I would need to make space, be able to store it. Because what if I'm not using it? I don't want it to be, you know, in the way of my VR or in the way of my setup, right? Because I play other games like Helldivers 2 and whatnot. And so, you know, I don't want it to be in the way of that. It's just the thought process of, like, where do I store this? Where would it go? And how would I set it up? That's what it is for the most part. Anyway, I think I'm gonna switch games real quick. Yeah, I lost this, but that's mostly because of my part. I was doing ass. I was doing terrible that game. They had a fucking smurf, bro. Whoever this fucking Reyna was, 29 and 12, that guy is a smurf. I think they are boosting someone. Most likely, they're boosting them. And the Phoenix was doing pretty great for a bronze 3, but I was doing pretty terrible. Anyway, it's time to switch games. I'm probably gonna play Ghost of Tabor. Now the reason why I said, right, the stuff for uh Photoshop, like Adobe Photoshop and the video editor and all that shit, right? The point I was trying to put out is that I would need to edit this stuff because a lot of people that are watching the videos, they're watching for the other game sometime, not Valorant, but the other game. Like Terraria, for example, was showing me that. Where I'm still doing the Fargo's playthrough, right? For Terraria. And the viewers were there for the fucking Terraria playthrough, not necessarily the uh Valorant gameplay. So they'd click on it, they'd see Valorant, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?" But hear me out. It says Twitch VOD, which means it's my entire video from Twitch, right? So I'm not editing it. Hang on, let me launch my VR real quick. I'm not editing it. And okay, I plugged everything in. But I'm not editing the game, or not the game, but the video in any way. There's no editing done to it. It's just me slapping the video from OBS into the, you know, the YouTube thing. And then it starts up and starts being like, all right, what do you want on this? Oh, do you want it to be kid friendly? Like, no, I swear a lot. So I can't make it kid friendly because I swear a lot. Like, oh damn it, my VR. This happens sometimes when I'm launching VR. Working. Work. Yeah, it works. Okay, hang on. Let me launch Goods to Tabor. Gotta make sure that the mic routes to my VR headset. There we go. It should work. Yeah. Okay, it works. But no, yeah, the main issue with that type of stuff, right? Making sure that it's not, freaking out or anything. The whole issue with that is that, oh God, there's issues with this stuff. I can't make it kid friendly, which means that people under the age of, I don't want those, under the age of 18 can see it. Because, I swear a lot. Like, sometimes I even swear in the first, like, several seconds. Or not several seconds, but in the first, like, 20 minutes. So, you know, and that's kind of what happened earlier this stream is where I was playing Valorant and the first 20 minutes or so or 40 minutes is mostly Valorant. And so I will swear the shit out of that game. Like there's no saving me from that shit. Like I will swear on that shit. And that's because it's mostly integrated into my dialect. Like I there's some sentences I cannot complete without saying a single swear word. And that's just me. That's not an issue with anything else. It's just me. Okay, let me see. I need to do Chatakov Mall. But no, yeah, that's why I was like I need to edit my stuff cuz if I edit my stuff, then I can post separate videos of the Twitch VOD or I can just upload stuff that is like in the middle of the gameplay or is like somewhat decent for like shorts. Or I can just post the entire gameplay separately from say Valorant or T-Mod, the Helldivers 2, you know, all that stuff. Because these are all fun games that I want to play and have, you know, recorded playthroughs of. Like T-Mod, for example. I'm recording a playthrough for that. I want it to be recorded. I want it to be on Twitch. If I can stream on Twitch and do the same thing and record it while I'm streaming on Twitch, then I will do that. Because, you know, then it gives the people that watch my Twitch something to watch and be able to talk to me. And it gives my YouTube audience of like 37 people oh god, stuff to like, you know, be able to see. Like it gives them what is this? What is wrong with them? Ah, they killed me anyway. Why is my VR headset being like this though? Do I have to play on fucking 90? Hang on. I'm gonna try 90 frames. See how that works. Wow, that's a lot better. Why do I have to play it on 90? What the hell? Oh. Oof. That can't be good. Because I'm seeing the VR graph and it's not doing too hot. Like it's making me feel like I'm gonna have to maybe factory reset my computer. I'm not too sure. But I don't want to do that. That's that's something I don't want to really do. But I might have to do it. I might. Didn't I get a Glock 17? I did. Why didn't it show up at the top? That makes no sense. But there's issues where sometimes I can't play VR because, NVIDIA update. Oh wow, my drivers are fucked. Oh wow, this is fucked. Like it's messed up my VR so much now to the point to where I still have lag spikes. The headset. Not a joke. There is like headset is telling me I'm getting yellow and red bars. Now, if it's getting yellow and red bars, that's telling me that something is going on with it. I don't know what, but something's wrong with it. And that can't be good for a lot of reasons. Like, especially for Beat Saber. Like, I don't want it to be lagging like that for Beat Saber, bro. And that's Beat Saber. Ouch. All right, well, I'm ready. Oh, come on, give me something good. I'll take it, I guess. I saw you. I shot him with... What? How did you kill me with a shotgun from all the way over there that fast? How? What? Isn't buckshot like the fucking spread? Dude, how the fuck did that thing kill me instantly? Oh, wait, no, buckshot. Oh, okay, never mind. Buckshot is the... Ah, fuck. Buckshot is the fucking one where it's the one bullet. Yeah. Now I gotta do this again. Yay. But no, in all seriousness, right? Some of these things just make me want to, look back and be like, what happened with all this stuff? Like, what went wrong when a lot of people changed from the internet? Like, it went from people can watch long, like, some, like, 30-minute long YouTube videos, and some people can watch live streams, to where, like, people can still watch live streams, but I mostly see them with, like, popular streamers. And in order to even get, like, a Twitch audience, you have to reach out to YouTube and, like, do all that stuff on YouTube to get a big following on YouTube, which that you got to use YouTube Shorts, and you got to use the videos, but you have to make them very short, like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. It can't be 30 minutes because they're not going to stay for that long. But it also depends on what game you're playing as well. So if you're playing a T-mod, right, you can basically just sandwich the entire playthrough in like an hour if you really wanted to. But it would require like a tedious amount of editing. Like, I'm pretty sure if you were to stream or record all of your playthrough on Terraria, it'll probably take like 10 hours at most, or 16 hours to do a regular Terraria playthrough, from what I've seen from Wand of Sparking, from a Chlorophyte or the World video from 7 months ago. And I saw that, and I looked at it, I was like, 16 hours? That means that if you wanted to fit an entire playthrough in one video, you would mainly need to include some of the grinding process. Like, yeah, you would be talking in the middle of it, so you're going to add some of the, like, good stuff that you're talking about. Like, you'd edit it, and then it would be you talking about something to your audience. And then it would be like cut, and then it would go to boss, and then more cuts, and then all that other stuff. Like, it's kind of like what some people do in that area. Or yes, they're streaming the playthrough, or they're not streaming the playthrough. And what they're doing is they're just commentating on stuff they need to do in the area of game that they're doing. So say like if you're about to fight Skeletron on Terraria, you can just go fight Skeletron, or you can grind for stuff if you already beat Eye of Cthulhu and Brain of Cthulhu, or uh, Eater of Worlds, with like not much in your whatever you call it, the in terms of like armor and other stuff. That's so much better. I don't want to die in this. I want to get some kills so I can get out of this damn Chadakov Mall shit. You know? This is where I saw him last. Your head out. Got him. The hell? Is that above me? How did I not kill him? What? Ain't no way. Almost. But no, yeah, in all seriousness, that's that's gonna take a lot of time and it's gonna take a lot of effort to do. But I'm willing to do it. Like if it helps me with getting up there, in terms of like the other stuff, like yeah, people will probably watch it for the game and not necessarily me and myself. But there'll be people coming back. They'll watch for the playthrough, whether I do it in one single, you know, video, or if I do it in multiple videos over the course of like time. There's that. I still do not know how I killed that guy with a Glock. And there's also games that I play that are like this, for example, where it's goes to tabor or hell divers. I could make videos about hell divers where I'm defending Super Earth from the Illuminant fleet. Or I could make it to where it's like, that type of stuff, right? Like, I'm not necessarily going over and making like a full entire stream just Terraria or Valorant or Ghost of Tabor, 'cause I can't do that. I'm not, if I'm losing, I'm a sore loser, right? I fucking hate losing. But I'll take it for granted if I'm fucking trash, right? Like if I'm doing trash, I can at least admit I'm doing trash, right? Like that KO game that I played earlier today. I admitted I was fucking dog shit that game. I was so bad. I was doing so bad. Like I did worse than my moderate games, which my moderate games I usually get 14 kills in. I got 9 kills. I didn't even get up to 10. I was doing so terribly that game that it was not justified for me to claim that shit, right? And that's because they had such a good team on their team with that Reyna and the other people. Yes, I reported the Reyna for cheating, but that's what I always do when someone's doing way too good, right? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that have reported me for cheating because of how good I was doing. And that's what happens a lot on the game. Like, there's going to be a lot of people just reporting each other for the most random stuff. Like, yeah, maybe I've never gotten warned, but it's not like they haven't reported me. They have. A lot of people probably reported me. And nothing's happened because I don't exploit. I don't hack. I don't cheat. I don't do any of that. I don't like that stuff. That's under me. Okay. Hang on. Move. Ah, come on, man. I knew someone was there. I heard them earlier. Hey, at least I got 3 pistol kills for the NPCs. Let's see. Missions. Quests. Yay! 2 raids on Chatakov Mall. Alright. Well, now I just gotta complete 2 raids. I mean, that's fine, I guess, but I should bring a backpack. There's a gear. And so, yeah, I'm most likely from now on, well, not from this stream. I'm gonna put this stream in the, uh, you know, it's going to be into the YouTube. So it's gonna be in there, right? But from now on after this stream, I'm gonna try to edit it. Okay? I'm gonna try. Hopefully it works out. I'll put a lot of my time into trying to figure out how to edit so I can at least make it work and do all that stuff, right? Because I want it to work. I want to be able to make something that people can enjoy and is not riddled with ads. Like, yes, there's an ad every like hour for my Twitch, but that's automated. That's pretty much out of my control. Other than like turning it off, which if I turn it off, I don't get any revenue, right? Which I mean, yeah, that's also fine. Is this PvE? No, it's PvP. I'm mostly solo in PvP though. And I don't really play as much. Like, I don't play that much on this game. So I gotta survive. It's an NPC. I don't want to waste my bullets for that. That's a player. That was not a player. How did that NPC see me? There's only enough bullets to maybe kill a few more NPCs. He's dead. Okay. Okay, dude. I'll just quick swap because I don't know if anyone's over here yet. And lately I've been seeing a lot of people. But this time I haven't been seeing any people. And I'm not sure why. Maybe because they all spawned away from me. But that makes no sense. Because usually there's at least one other person that spawns near you. The heck? I'm holding this devious angle on him if he pushes me. I don't think he's gonna push me though. If he does, then I'm pretty much dead. I don't got any armor. I'm gonna have to push him, ain't I? Okay, look, they only got pistols. Go peek it. Nothing there. Ah, I hit them so much. Damn. They were so caught off guard by that, but I should have shot like a little bit better. Because I was just aiming down there with no real like goal on where to shoot until I saw them. And then I panic shot. That's all good. Well, we'll try again. I do need to go in with a good gun though. If there's people like that where they're pretty much fully kitted or like mid-tier kit, maybe an M4 carbine. Wait, okay, no, that does have ammo. Okay, that should be fine. And yes, I may not be good at most of my games that I play. I'm decent. I'm better than most. Like, say, most of the people in like Iron, or some of the people you'd see play in those types of games, right? Like I'm in the medium range, but it's not like, pro level gameplay. Like I'm still a human pretty much. But it's not necessarily going to be like too terrible. Like, I may not be the greatest, but I'm still who I am, which is me, a person. I don't play like no AI or whatever. I mean, one of the games I can say that I'm confidently good at is like Beat Saber, because I can do some maps in 200 BPM, which is cool. So I can say I'm moderately good at that. Like I can say I'm good at that. Because 200 BPM is, you know, relatively fast. Like, yeah, compared to people who can do probably like 300 BPM, I'm still pretty weak. But that's mostly because of my wrists and not necessarily my capability to read the patterns. Like some of these like maps that are really quick, I can read the patterns, but it's more or less my wrists and my uh the position of my sabers, because I haven't tweaked them great enough in order to make it perfect for me. It's still a little bit off, and it fucks me up sometimes because then I start making a circle with my sabers, and that's not good. Oh, here's orange. Is there anything in there? Not really. Nothing worth taking. Yeah, I mean, I'm already in garage, so might as well loot it. So far, so bad. Really disappointed me. That's so bad. Well, oh, okay. Where is it? Okay. Where is that? I'll trust him. All right. No, no, you can have it. Here, here, take it. Take it. Take it. Yeah. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Hopefully, I can trust him. Hopefully, I can trust him. Oh, shit. died. Whatever. I trusted him. He survived. I don't care if I died. He survived at least. I killed the guy in the elevator. And yeah. It's fine. I would have liked it if I survived so I could exit out of there, but you know. It's whatever. It happens. But yeah, so there's a bunch of games that I want to end up playing or play. And there's a bunch of stuff that I want to do in terms of that. But there's also like ideas that I want to make come into fruition. Like say I played Deep Woken and Rogue Lineage, right? But I've had this fucking brain idea, fucking whatever the fuck it is, just sitting in the back of my head, just absolutely just diabolical idea, right? And it's Rogue Lineage, but it's VR. Now, if we take Rogue Lineage into account, right? I love that game. That game is cool. Yes, it fell off when K got added for me and most of my friends and my brother's friends and my brother, but it was still pretty good compared to most games on the platform at that time, right? And so, when you look at that, right? And you look at Rogue Lineage in VR, like you think, well, what will happen if I use Shinobi? What if I use Hoppa? Well, and like, it becomes a fact of like, well, what if I use these things? Or what happens if I do these things, right? Like, say I use Hoppa. What happens if I like miscast Hoppa? How would I even cast Hoppa, right? Like there's stuff like that. Cause how they cast spells in Rogue Lineage, when you look at them, they're like waving their arm around like they're a fucking crazy person. Like when they're casting spells, they're gonna be holding a tome and they're gonna be like this. Like fucking warlock shit, or they're tomeless and they're just flapping their arms around like they're a fucking opera singer, or well, like some dude in an orchestra just except they're fucking doing like some tornado ass movements, so it's stuff like that, right? And I want it to be like, in VR, in order to cast spells, you literally have to do that. But if you're hovering over, say, a spell, like if you flipped a page or you did hover over a spell in like your toolbar, it would be like you need to cast it doing these hand signals, and then there could be like a button to charge mana, and there's all this other stuff, and you could do this to maybe sprint. I don't know. There's going to be a lot to the thing in terms of like my head, right? Like this is an idea in my head, just sitting there, boiling. It's simmering, but it's boiling at the same time, Like it's an idea, but it's fresh in my head. It's boiling. It's cooking up. And then what? You could make this game, right? And then you could make it have all this stuff. Then put in, say, voice acting, for example. Like I know with Roblox VR, it's going to be incredibly difficult for stuff like that, right? For me to be able to do stuff with mana charging and all that other stuff. because it already assigns buttons to your jump button or your other stuff, and it will make it to where it overlaps some things, right? So I would have to make it be able to work for Quest and Steam VR and all that other shit, or I could just make an entirely new game, right? Have it be similar to Roblox, but not have like, you know, any of that bullshit where it's a fucking site, right? So you have the website and you have all these like little digits on the fucking bottom. Like, I don't want it to be like that, right? And since it's also Roblox, there's also voice chat, which, hell yeah, I'll add voice chat to the game. Or someone, if someone gets that idea, right? Or takes my idea, because I'm probably not going to be making this idea, right? Because I'm too lazy to make this idea, but it's an idea in my head. So, like, it's something that would be cool. And most of the people who are like very into those games would be fucking freaking out about. They'll be like, holy shit, VR Rogue Lineage? Oh my god. Holy shit. That's a thing? Oh my god. Who would have known? You know? What? Bro, they were all over there? What the hell is that? Bruh. That's some bullshit. But this is just an idea cooking in my head. And I'm thinking about what would happen if, say, you backcast Hoppa, or you fucking get Shinobi sliced, or, like, dude, there's so many ideas in my head for all these classes, you know? Like, how would Oni work? How would Dragon Sage work? How would Faceless work, you know? Like, Faceless teleporting, for example. How would that be visually? How would that be, like, movement-wise? How would you move? Like, teleport. Same with, like, Bane. How would Bane work in VR? Because, you know, that shit teleports to your target. It's auto-assist to your target. So how would that work in VR, right? Like, there's simple things like that I wonder how it would work in VR and how it would be made into the game, right? Like, if someone were to make it into a game, how would it look like? Because if you want it to be a good game, you want it to be as close to the original game as possible, right? So if I were to make this game by myself, right? Because I don't know who to turn to for that stuff. If I was willing to, right? I would want to make it as close as humanly possible to the original game. With permission, of course. I would have to somehow, some way get into contact with Raguzer and Archmage and be like, yo, I would be willing to make a Rogue Lineage VR copy. Because, you know, they're not too fond of Rogue Lineage copies, right? Because there's a bunch of those where it's fucking Jujutsu Kaisen or whatever, or it's some other ones, right? Or it's just direct copies in general. But I want to make it as painfully close as possible to the original game. And in order to do that, I would have to get into contact with them. I don't know how to do that. Because I don't have their work email. I know their Discord, but their Discord, it's on lockdown because they got tens of thousands of players, right? So that would be a big hurdle in terms of making the game. If I were to make the game and then get no permission, all that progress is pretty much lost. Like, yeah, I could probably get like a video out of it being like, yo, this shit cool, and maybe release it to friends, you know, where I just give a bit to friends and I block access to it, right? But in terms of like getting permission, I'd have to contact the developers of the game, which would be cool, right? But that's just a big pain in the ass, right? Because it's something I want to be able to do. I don't know fucking that much lick of coding for me to even be able to make an entire game off this shit, right? Like, it's not like I know the fucking game well enough. All I know or coding is like, oh wow, in order to change like nerf guns or nerf any type of damage output, it's just a few numbers that you change. So, you know, that's pretty much all I know though. Like, all I know is how to nerf stuff and how to change certain things. But in terms of making hitboxes, hit registrations, fucking teleporting moves, hit like auto tracking moves, all that other shit, I don't know how to fucking do that. Like, I don't know anything about coding. I did try coding once on Roblox. And bro, I couldn't even get a sword to do damage. That's how bad I was. Like, I fucking spent an hour trying to get a sword to do damage. Like, what? Like, oh, what? Like, that long. And so I gave up. I was just like, I can't make the sword do damage. I don't know how to do that. Like, yeah, as soon as I get it to do damage, it's really simple to change an integer and just be like, wow, I nerfed the sword's damage or I buffed the sword's damage. But in order to get it to do damage, I have to do some weird voodoo shit. I died. Fuck. God damn it. But yeah, for me, that's just difficult. Like, I can't do that. And don't get me started on the other stuff. Like, if I can't do fucking damage on a sword, I can't make fucking lasers, I can't model for shit, and I can't do any of that. So, me making like this idea in my head of this game in VR, right? It's just, it's gonna be just sitting back here. I can't do anything about it. Like, yeah, if I become determined enough to make it into reality, then maybe it'll have something done about it. But then it's just, you know, it's just gonna be some thought in the back of my mind for the most part. Like, it's never gonna get put out unless someone else does the stuff, and it's like, most people are not gonna do that stuff, to be fair. Unless they're like paid. Then they'll do it. Or if they really, really love the game, then they might do it. Like me, for example. Like, I really like Rogue Lineage. It's a great game in concept, right? And I wish they kept working on it. But I ain't know a lick of coding. So I can't do nothing about that. If there's someone who does do a lick of coding and they love Rogue Lineage, then they could probably do it. But they would also need someone who knows how to model, someone who knows how to do other stuff. And it's pretty difficult. And like for example, like I had an idea in my head just pop up out of nowhere while I was thinking up this fucking Rogue Lineage in VR idea, where there's this class Sigil Knight where it can basically just make ice, fire, lightning appear on your sword, and they do like this praying motion where they're like this. They have their hands clasped and they put it like to their chest. So I was thinking, right, that if I wanted to make this as simple as possible for the praying method for fire, ice, and thunder, right, I could make it to where like one of the positions that you can do if you want to pray for your stuff is you could have like it clasp here, right? There will be like a grab maneuver, right? Where you clasp here and it will be fire or thunder, depending on which one's the best, right? I think thunder's the best. So I think that would, the regular one where you do this, like you clasp, aiming your fist to the right, or not the right, the left. That would be the easiest, right? If you want to use it for, say, because like this, right? For regular praying. That would be the easiest because, you know, you're already doing that for the most part. And that's what you usually see when they start praying for their weapon to change from fire to lightning. Yeah. But it would be like that, right? And then for fire, it could be like you're aiming your fist forward and you grab. Or, and then ice, you could do the, or well, no, the fire, you could probably just grab from the bottom. And then ice, you can face your fist forward and grab. And then it will do ice. And that's one of the ideas, right? That's a pretty simple idea. And that's superclass, right? That's the entirety of superclass. Oh shit, I'm dead. Because the superclass for Sigil Knight is just those 3 charges, and then the passive for Sigil Helm. It's just those 3 charges, you know. And that's the most simplest one. If we want to go into more complex terms, there's like Druid, for example, where it has like several snapcasts. How the hell am I supposed to make a snapcast, you know, in VR? How am I supposed to make it unique enough to make it do the thing that you want it to do? Like, say, you can't just form a thought in your head and just be like, yes, I want it to be Floresco, or I want it to be Perflora, or I want it to be Viridian, you know? Like, you can't just form it in your head and then snap and it will happen. Like, it can't read your mind. So you would have to make it some way, somehow, that you can just be able to select the spells on like a hot bar on the bottom depending, right? Not like to where it's down here. Like maybe you could make it to where it's like in your hand, for example, so you can just grab it and then go, very very quickly, very quickly. And the mana bar would be like floating on the side here. So it stuff like that, right? It would be cool to be playing. Like it will get so many people who want to play it, right? But it probably will never happen. 'Cause when you think about it more and more, it becomes so much more daunting. Like you gotta realize that you gotta find out how grabbing people would work or how executing people would work in VR Rogue Lineage. Or you would have to think how Illusionist would work, where the insanity feature, how that would perform in VR, like how you would make it. Because, it's not like it's going to happen in fucking Rogue Lineage where you're going to just go down and say, please. I mean, you could have it to where it stuns you and makes you not able to move, and you just say, please. And Cliffo mode just forcibly takes your movement, of course, obviously. But what about the shadow people that you see, where it's the big stick figure looking thing that just appears out of random? Like, there's stuff like that. There's also how would Sproom work? How would most of these other types of racial passives work in VR? Because, like shoulder throw would pretty much work the same, right? But how would that be performed? Like, would you do like a maneuver where you grab them by the shoulder and you perform shoulder throw? Because, it's a combat focused game. Same with like spears. Like I had an idea for base class spear where if they go like that really quickly, they can do triple strike. Like if they swing very fast, they can do triple strike. And then it will put triple strike on cooldown. Or if they lunge with their spear, that can do serpent strike. Like if they're holding their spear like this, right? Because spear is two-handed. The normal combat for spear in Rogue Lineage, you're going like this. And then you like lunge a little bit. But if you lunge with one hand, that's serpent strike, right? Because the animation for serpent strike is you let go with this hand and you go like that while your hand's like this so you can grab back on. And then how would dashing work? Because then that would include faceless and all that other stuff. Like, and I had a thought, right? Just imagine you're just at Orsfall, chilling with your homies in VR, right? And then you just look up and there's a fucking Fimbulvetter or a Manus Day above you. And it's just like, fuck, what the hell? And like, how would you look like in VR? Like you would be playing, because it would have to be made in Roblox, or not really made in Roblox. It would have to be made similarly like Roblox. And I know I'm rambling about this idea, but this idea is so cool and it's so fascinating how it just appeared in my fucking head that it makes you wonder what would happen if you have all these things, right? If it was made, if it was a thing that was created for the most part. Hello, Logan Jr. But yeah, it's something that I have been wondering since the game and VR's creation. Like ever since I got fascinated by VR, I've been thinking what games would be cool to turn into VR. And Rogue Lineage is one of them. Because just imagine a PvP focused game that has magic in it. That would be very, very fun. And it would bring in a lot of people who didn't know what Rogue Lineage was. Because, you know, Rogue Lineage was made on Roblox. So there's a bunch of people who don't play Roblox that don't know what Rogue Lineage or what it is. And I've played it and I think it's fun, right? But you wouldn't know that. You haven't experienced the game or had any of that happen. And at the time, it was very toxic. But, it's just the thought in my head, man. It's a great thought. Like, it's a great idea. But it's something that would probably take, like, years if I were to start now on it. Like, if I were to start learning how to code and do graphic designing and maps and animation, I could probably complete it by myself within like 2 to 3 years. Years. That is a long ass time. And that requires a considerable amount of effort. Like, the amount of effort you have to do for that, it's pretty considerable. For it to take 3 years, right? What is happening? I'm scared. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Shit. Well, now I've been spotted here. Shit. I know I didn't kill that guy, so I'm just gonna sit here. Got his gun. Got his armor. Got his backpack of nothing. Sure. All right. What is that? This new? What is that? He had ammo. Holy shit. I got a free gun. Hey, we got this. Ah, never mind. We don't got this. I fucking suck. Somehow didn't get killed by the first guy, but then I died of the second guy, and the first guy didn't even shoot me, so how the hell did I die to the second guy if I didn't get shot? Makes no sense. I had armor. But no, yeah. I yapped way too much about that idea that it was like, what, 10 minutes? And I was still yapping about it. And I still want to yap about it, but it's something that's just going to have to be on hold. I know that some people, if they see this and they've played Rogue Lineage, they will know exactly the feeling of what I'm going through. Where I'm just in awe of this idea that I have in my head. It just makes it to where you want to stop and think of how all these things would work. Can I grab this? Thank you. But that would just mostly be me, you know? Because a lot of the people that have played Rogue Lineage back then, they've already moved on to Deep Woken or other games, or they have their jobs or whatever. And I'm just over here being my fucking geeky self, just being like, this is cool, this is cool, this would be cool, this is blah, you know, just sitting in my own wonderland of ideas, just being like, ooh, this could be good, this could be bad, this could be mediocre at best, I don't know. It kind of makes you wonder why they didn't keep going with the game too. Because I remember, right, there has been some like people who have seen the devs again, especially me, because I played Rogue Lineage in 2025 and in 2024. You know, I played the game in those times. Hell, I played it in 2023, right? So it's like, why would they give up on the game and then go back on the game when they could still be making more ideas for this game rather than making something that they wanted to make PvE, which is Deep Woken, because they wanted to make Deep Woken a mostly PvE game from when I saw that the fucking Deep Woken Direct shit all the way back in fucking 2021 or 2020, depending. It might have been fucking like 2021 near October or August. But I saw it. It looked cool. It had a lot of PvE aspects, and then they scrapped it all. They removed all of it. Why? I don't know. And then now we go to Deep Woken today. They've added so much more PvP content than PvE content. Like the amount of PvP content they added compared to PvE content is immeasurable. The only PvE content they've added is like NPCs that give you another weapon for PvP. And then people review the weapon and then it goes away. It gets shelved pretty much. Like it's either the weapon's really good and people are raving about it and it changes the meta, or it's really shit and it gets shelved. Like it's a fucking item. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool in concept, but I'm just gonna place it on the shelf. And that's the issue with some of this shit, right? Like they got this perfectly good game that's still being updated by, say, a dev. A singular dev. I was listening because I thought I heard someone. That's a player. What? Those are NPCs, really? Hurry up me. Hurry up me. Bandage, 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 fuck. Bandage, bandage, bandage. Oh shit. I'm dead. Shit. Damn it. But no, yeah. That's what I'm thinking about for the most part with these things. Like, they could have been making more updates to this game that's basically PvP rather than going to a new game, making this new game, and then making it PvP after wanting to make it a PvE game. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, if you wanted to add more NPCs and, like, monsters, then you could have added more to Rogue Lineage. You could have added more monsters to K if you wanted to. Or you could have added a new area in Gaia and have monsters there. Like, there's so much things you could have done to make it better and keep updating a game that wasn't dying. It was dying, but it wasn't dying at the same time because it's mostly PvP. So you got people still playing it because of the PvP concept. Like, yeah, there's not a lot to it, but the amount of replayability it had was so much. And I'm pretty sure it would have increased the more people would, like, if there was a lot more people. Because, you know, there was guild wars and shit in that shit. So it's like, you could have made this good idea of this game even better if you just did stuff to it. Like, yeah, Deep Woken has become a big thing, and there's a lot of kids who play that game, but the game, it's gone to shit, right? Because if I look at Deep Woken now, there's people reporting for the smallest shit. Like, it's the smallest things, like WSing on someone. That counts apparently as sexual harassment on Roblox terms. Don't know how, don't know why, but it just counts as sexual harassment apparently. Which to me makes no sense. Like, how does that make sense? It could also just mean you're walking on them. Like if they're on the floor and you're WSing, you could basically be like you're walking all over them. Like they're easy. I mean, it's toxic, but it's better than saying it's a sexual harassment, because it doesn't even look like they're humping. Like, yeah, it's mainly a term for humping in Roblox, but it's more of like a joke. There's people who have been banned. Also, I'm switching games. But there's people who have been banned for doing it to their friends and getting caught by someone who is just passing by. And then they get banned for it. For quote unquote sexual harassment. Like, what if their friend wanted that shit to happen? Like, that makes no sense. How is it sexual harassment then? Yeah, let me switch my mic. It makes literally no sense. And same with being toxic. Like, now you got people with bait and rage bait people to get them banned off Roblox for a day. Like, they literally rage bait to get them banned. And then once they're banned, they just, they're like, oh, okay. That's it. They just get banned. And it's like, why? Why get them banned for something so little? And just something that does not really isn't worth your time. Like, it's not worth your time at all. To me, it makes no sense. And it got to the point, right? It got to the point to where they had to start banning people who did that shit. People did it so much that it became a rule not to do it. Let me grab some water while I launch Roblox. And like, no joke, I'm back, by the way. But no joke, I'm thinking, right? Oh damn, they're adding a bunch of stuff to this. Oh! That is so much better, holy shit. Wait. It's so good. God, the cat's outside my door. Hang on. But no, yeah. Apparently now I have a cat, so yeah. But no. In Deep Woken, right? It went from Rogue Lineage, where Rogue Lineage was the most toxic game. You couldn't go anywhere without it being, you know, oh, this shit happened, guys. That shit happened. Oh, this guy fucking just did some crazy shit to me. Or this person did this to me. This person told me to do this specific action that I'm not going to fucking say, because, you know, of course I'm not gonna fucking say it. The fuck? I mean, most people who played the game know what it is, but, like, am I gonna say it? Fuck no. Hell nah. It's bad. And everyone knows that. You know, it involves your own life, so why wouldn't it be bad? But no, yeah. The issue with that now is that people are using shit, like, example, the fucking you're bad or your dog water threats, and they're using that to get people banned on Roblox. And then on fucking Deep Woken, the WS shit, that's just a bannable offense anyway on Deep Woken. Like, you do that shit on Deep Woken, you're fucked. You're cooked. They will not hold you to it. They will grill your ass. They will say, oh yeah, it's sexual harassment on this fucking game that's literally blocked. I got here at the perfect time. What the fuck? Terrible stock, except for the blood kiwi and moon. Gosh, this cat needs so much attention. But no, yeah, that shit went downhill. Because, you know, it's a Roblox game. And sometimes the fucking WS shit that happens, sometimes it's just someone doing it because while they're on the floor, and that does not really look like they're doing anything remotely close to sexual harassment. What that only looks like is that they just oh, I don't know, walked on them, fucking stepped on their fucking legs and arms, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't look like they're fucking them, though. Doesn't look like they're doing anything bad. Like, yeah, if they're standing up and they're hitting it from behind, then yes, they're doing that. But if you're doing it while they're fucking ragdolled on the ground, it's more or less like you're walking on them. You're telling them that they're trash. That's what I think about. Here, let me sell some bugs real quick. That. Echo frogs can stay. How many moles do I have? Man, I keep getting so many headshots. I have so many kiwis. I'll get rid of the cow. Then maybe the spotted deer. Give me a raccoon. Ah. Okay, I know. I know, Cat. He always does this. It's kind of crazy. It just shows you that he likes really happy. He's very safe when he's with me, cause there's a bunch of people that have been here. Like here's my uncle that's here. He thinks he needs to email Roblox. No, you have too many. My gosh, this cat. Probably gonna have to deal with this cat in a bit, because, you know, crazy over here. David Bazooks is calling. Oh god. No. Oh man.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
Give me something good.
Street tacos, all you can eat. Lettuce and shells, cheese and meat. It's raining tacos. Yum 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 yummity yum. It's like a dream. Yum 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 yummity yum. Bring your sour cream.
Oh.
Shell, meat, lettuce, cheese, shell, meat, lettuce, cheese, shell, meat, cheese.
It's raining tacos. Raining tacos.
Is it gonna mutate? Ooh!
Raining tacos. It's raining tacos. It's raining tacos. Raining tacos. Raining tacos. It's raining tacos.
Did it get anything good on my other side? Can't even tell if it got that bloodlit celestial moon. Bloodlit and what? Celestial frozen in shock. Bloodlit and what? Go event is getting upgraded tonight. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, hang on. I gotta tell my friend that he's missing all this, man. Yo. This is gonna stay with me for a while, you know. Sucks for him, he's gonna miss it. Doesn't look like he's. Are we at 5.6? Really? What? They're already at 5.6 million players? Really? Hang on, hang on. I gotta look at this shit, bro. There is no way they are at 5.6 mil. What? They are actually at 5.6 million players. What the fuck? Dude, that is so many people on this game for one event. Really? It makes no sense. How long does this blood moon last? Probably ending soon. Okay, another Thunder event. That's cool. Universe is telling us to break records. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna have to do this game for the next hours. That the next 30 minutes is just going to be this game. Because they're gonna be running events and all that shit, doing all this other stuff for their fans and whatnot. The universe, he didn't even run that Thunder. Wow. That egg shop is terrible. But no, yeah, it's just... Let's see. Carrot seeds, harvest 25 apple, 3 dragon fruit. There it goes. I need to do apples. Carrots, so apple. Seed. Lamps there. Then carrot. So I can just spam everywhere. God, my cat. Kitty, stop. Please. I know you want pets. Stop it. Please. I beg of you. Yes, I know you're cute. Come on, man. Hey, don't start munching on my computer. Hey, stop that. He's rubbing up on my leg and everything, man. I'm gonna have to like sit up and just pet him for a bit. Because he just really wants the attention right now. Purring so loudly, bro. I have not heard him purr this loud in ever. My God. Finally, oh my God. There we go, my cat's gone. Like, jeez. Took forever. He's probably gonna start doing the same thing he was doing out there, though. Where he was just being very, very loud. Is that a big ass apple? All the parents who play the game with your kids. There are parents that play this with kids? Yo. Yeah. You what is this like midnight rambling, bro? What is this? Oddly sprinkler. Eh. There's so many sprinklers right now in the thing. I'd probably just go grab the sprinkler. Bruh. I did not mean to do that. I have to put it back where it was at. Why is there achievements? Why is there achievements? It's kind of spooky. Wonder what got discoed. Shocked, wet, and shocked, wet. Oh, that got it. Okay, I just grabbed it. Crap. I mean, hey, at least I'm able to feed everything easily. It was all of them? Really? Oh, damn, I got a big ass dragon. Got another one in. There we go. Oh, damn. But no, yeah, I'm not missing this. Yo. I have another fucking big ass beanstalk. That's crazy, bro. I was not thinking that I would have another one of those. But here it is, I guess. Just sitting there. Oh, they're giving away a free cosmetic? Shit. Can't wait for the event. That'll be fun. In my rec. Okay. L stock. Oh, okay, give us a really bad stock. That sucked. I didn't get any good mutation. I was hoping for good mutations. I didn't get any. Oh, one of them turned bloodlet. Cause yes, I'm also doing this stuff on my brother's account. Cause you know, having two gardens is better than one for events like the bloodlet boon and whatnot. Don't necessarily want just one. I just accidentally grabbed them. Or two. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, this stock sucked ass, bro. I'll still grab it. but like it's still pretty fucking bad. Since I know the event stopped giving you more stuff, right? Stops giving you more stuff after a bit. Going to rejoin. So then my stuff can bloodlet or mutate into bloodlet. Harvesting the stuff on the brother account. Okay, I have 5 moon. I can just... Alright. Anyway, for the most part, it's just gonna be me AFKing, waiting for, these things to be done. Let's see. Oh damn, it's Star Call. There we go. That's why I kept one pepper. But I didn't need a bajillion of those. Like, yeah, they're rare. And like the mango trees are kind of rare. They're less rare than peppers. But I'd rather have the mangoes. And I have way too many beans. So, you know. And there's has to be a star that hit my stuff. There ain't no way. And I mean, like, yeah, this area is a perfect place to like yap about the idea that I had earlier, but like, it's too long to like. It's gonna take way too long to yap about it, right? Not only are there issues with that the fucking stuff I was talking about earlier, where it's the oh guys, the Snap Floresco or whatever, you know, apps. But also just the issue with God, it's making more blood-lit melons. Wait, so it hit that stuff, but it didn't hit any of my mushrooms, really? I placed a star collar on my mushrooms and it didn't want to go to my mushrooms. This is crap. Gosh. It had like a big ass shiver. Gosh. I shook so much. Up here it comes. Ooh. My raccoon just duplicated that. Yo. That's crazy. I didn't even know I had that much stuff on it. It's fucking... Let's see. It's Bloodlit, Celestial, Frozen, and Shocked. It doesn't even show what the plant is anymore. Just a bunch of shit. Oh, that's Celestial. I don't really have that. Damn it. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I know the past like hour is just me playing this game, but still, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I yapped way too much about my idea and what others and a lot of other stuff. So, yeah. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.